So we're going to start stage 1 of our sugar skulls, and first thing we need to do is create a template so we can then cut out our different pieces on fabrics to create our 3D sugar skull, like this one, this example here. So I'm going to go back to my sugar skull drawing that I did right at the beginning of the project. You might have some more developed ideas, but I'm just going to use this one and a scrap piece of just normal photocopy paper. It's quite thin so I can see through it. Fashion designers would use proper square paper and measure things out for their dresses, but for us we're just going to use some of our paper that we can see through, and I'm just going to trace the outline of my sugar skull, the one that I did in my sketchbook in pen. I'm going to go all the way around the outside, as it's just a template that I'm making. I don't need to have all the detail of all the different stitches. I just need the particular parts that I'm going to cut out to make. And for my design, I want to use eyes. I want to cut out a different colour fabric for the eyes, like I've done on here, where I've used a pink fabric for the eye and then put the stitches on the top. So I'm going to draw the eyes, and the same for the little heart, which is the nose. And then these teeth shapes, because I want those as part of my template. And that's all I'm going to do, the outline of the pieces that I want to be cut out from different colour fabrics. I'm then going to use the paper scissors and cut my template out. Now, because I probably want to keep my skull in one piece, I'm just going to move here, and the different parts, like for example the eyes, I'm going to draw here to cut out with some paper scissors. Don't cut them out with the textile scissors, because the textile scissors are very expensive, and if you cut them out with paper it will end up getting blunt. So the parts that I want to use, I'm going to put around the edges of the skull template, and then I'm going to cut that out using my paper scissors and create a template like the one that I've got here. And then going to have 2 pieces of felt, the colour that I've chosen for my background, and for this particular one it's a light green. I'm going to need 2 because it's a 3D object. You're going to need a front and a back. The back's not decorated, all the front is though. I'm then going to put my skull, my template down so it comes right up to the edges, and using my pins I'm going to pin the paper template to the fabric. Now, using my pins in the correct way, so you're not putting your pins in so they're sticking out like that. You're putting them into the paper, turning over so that you can see the back there, pushing it down carefully, don't prick your fingers, push it through the paper. You're going to do that all the way round, so you are securing your skull, your paper template, to your piece of fabric. You're going to do that on 2 pieces of fabric, so you've got a front and a back. Your back could be a different colour to your front, that's absolutely fine. Well, you're going to pin all the way round so that your template, when you're cutting out in a minute, does not move. And again, pushing that in, turning over, pushing that down, coming through like so. So that's secure in place on your paper. You're then going to use the fabric scissors, and you're going to cut all the way around. Now, as you can see here, I am cutting a little part away from the paper template. I'm not cutting on the paper template line or cutting onto the paper. I'm leaving a little space all the way around the edge. Okay, so this is what I would like you to do. So you're leaving about 1/2 centimetre, so you're not cutting right up to the paper edge. And going all the way around, trimming that off there, moving that out of the way, and there you go. You've got your template completed, and then you just remove the pins, putting them away somewhere safe so they don't get lost. And you repeat that onto another piece as well, so that you've got a front and a back. Because I would like to have my eyes with a different colour, what I'm going to do again is cut out my shape from a template that I made, and I'm going to probably just use one pin to hold that in place, and again cutting around this here, okay, leaving a little bit of edge on, and then I've got the shape of my eyes. And I repeat that, do that again, the same for the other eye. And then on the front of here, and we're going to get ready, placing that in position and pinning that down with one pin. And then I'm ready to start sewing stage 2 of making my sugar skull.